In the wake of the federal government's efforts to quell Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, another threat to the peace and security of lives rears its ugly head in the Middle Belt region of the country. Four communities in Agatu local government area of Benue State boil in crisis between Fulani herdsmen alleged to be from the neighboring Nasarawa and locals, mainly farmers, in Agatu in Benue State. Blames and counter-blames are traded. The herdsmen claim thousands of their cattle have been killed by Agatu natives, while the locals insist their farmlands have been ruined by the activities of the herdsmen, who they claim are threatening their livelihood by choosing to allow their cattle graze on their farmlands. The aftermath of the crisis is scary, as the bloody war leaves tales of massive destruction and deaths in Agatu.
It's okay. Carry this man.
Women and children are the worst hit, a usual sight during crisis.
All through my life, I've never seen this type of destruction. And government urgently needs to mobilize soldiers and mobile policemen to these communities. Dead bodies are littering the roads, and these invaders are still very much around. Their cows are here, they are just hanging around the bushes. It's highly, very bad that up till this very moment, soldiers are not on ground in Agatu, in all these the affected communities. It's disheartening. A lot of people have died. Now we have other problems. These are humanitarian problems. A lot of IDPs. Something needs to be urgently done. It's a good thing that I've come here to see myself. Right there in Abuja, we're only hearing stories, but I've seen everything myself. I've taken pictures, I've taken videos of the burnt houses and all that, the corpses.
I have been to a number of crisis spots in this country, especially in the northeast. I've been to some of the most devastated parts of the northeast by Boko Haram. What I have seen thus far is very comparable to the damages that Boko Haram caused in the northeast. I have seen how many villages completely razed down now. I have seen many villages where there is not a single life, not a single soul walking around. This has been total destruction of a number of communities. It's a very tragic and sad situation.
Okay.
The message is not just to the president, it's to so many other people that need to work together to bring some normalcy to this situation. One, I think it's important that the security situation be significantly improved upon to enable people to return. As damaged as the situation is, I think working together, restoration can be done very quickly.
Decided 15th March 2015, they went to Egba as early as 5 a.m. Little children and women in Sunday school were massacred. The then Commissioner of Police visited the site. He saw it. People were buried in mass. It was mass burial they gave to our people. Our crops were burnt, some exposed to animals to eat. In fact, in most of these villages I have told you, if you care to visit here from Ayila to Odubeho, no house is standing. Even at the time we were moving yesterday, fresh burning was going on. They have taken over the place. In our Fadama, their cows were there. They are still there. While I am talking to you, they are killing our people.
In 2015, about 86 deaths were recorded after a crisis broke out between Fulani herdsmen and locals in Benue State. The renewed crisis is coming after a few weeks of a renewed peace deal between Benue and Nasarawa states. Survivors of the recent attacks on communities in Agatu local government want the Nasarawa state government to implement the peace agreement and put a leash on the militia herders.
From reports we are getting from our security agencies, that is actually working. The people are cooperating with us. The Fulani herdsmen are cooperating. The Agatu locals, they are cooperating. The community leaders and the chief are really cooperating with us. But what we're getting with the report we're getting this morning, is something different entirely. And one will have to go back and see where it is coming from. It's quite unfortunate that we had the problem erupted in Agatu last week, and again we're hearing that of Ogofa in Nasarawa local government.
I'm aware that the governor and government of people of Nasarawa State are working together with us to find a lasting solution to this problem. We're doing everything that is possible within our limits to ensure that we bring the situation to normalcy. My deputy and I have been up and doing. My deputy traveled down to Agatu to assess things for himself, and the refugees in Otukpo and Apa, and all where they are now residing with some relief materials. And we have come back to reinforce, and we have made a report to National Emergency Relief Agency, and we believe that there too support will come.
I had a call that there was a sharp attack by some group of persons, properly not yet identified, to Ogufa, where people lost their life and some houses were burned. That is why, and that is where we are now. But the state government has been doing all it could to ensure that the problem is arrested. And for now, that is the position we are. Of course, this incidents of crisis here and there, killing here and there, burning houses here and there, of course, I don't really know, has been a matter of concern, not only in my constituency, but in the major part of Nasarawa State.
The Fulanese are said to live in all the local government areas in Benue State, due mainly to the fact that they were accommodated and integrated into the state in such a manner that they intermarry. Mr. Auduogbe believes the reason for the coexistence with the natives and integration in the communities is not far-fetched. The Benue Valley is a green belt that provides the herders ample grazing area for their herds. However, the relationship between the natives and the herders first went awry in 1989 when the then paramount ruler of Nzorov in Guma local area was killed, allegedly by the herders, after which a bloody bloodbath erupted between the thieves and the Fulanese.
We need cows, we need meat, we need milk, we even need their bones and their horns for industrial and agricultural use. But since we haven't done much to care for them, they now wander around into farms and eat people's crops. Now, in the more extreme cases like the Agatu case recently, there's a Fadama stretching nearly 40 kilometers. Lush green grass by the bank of the river Benue. And it appears that they want to seize it as a permanent grazing area. So they come with a degree of violence that's simply outrageous. But we have found also that most of them are not Nigerian Fulanese. And my fears have been confirmed also by my colleague, my counterpart in the Congo, Minister of Agric, who told me they also come down from the Chad to the Congo. And to further confirm this, Katsina State and Zamfara have suffered as much in the hands of these herdsmen as Benue or Enugu or Ogun or Oyo. They come down with AK-47s, they come down with such ferocity that it's like, if you stand in our way, we'll kill you, we want to feed our cows, we don't care what you planted, and so on. Now that's the position. I have discussed the matter with Mr. President. He has instructed the military and the police to take action, but the long-term solution is in growing grass for cows.
This settlement has deserted like this for about a week now because of the attack of Fulani on our our farms and our homes. So there is nobody, we don't have police here or military or soldiers to defend us. And we do not have guns ourselves. So everybody has run away, leaving the compound empty. It appears that they choose to eat the crops on my farm rather than the grass that is grown in the bush. Because when the oranges here, when they are on, they come and pluck them in bags and put on the back of their cows and go with them. And when my children protest, they say they have nothing to do with them because they have the guns, and my children do not have guns.